So for section 1 on page 276, this is something we did last week on one of our worksheets to practice finding the adjectives in sentences. The directions say, read the sentences, circle the adjectives that describe the underlined nouns, draw a small arrow from the adjective to the noun it describes. So we need to go back and review what a noun and an adjective are first. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Any person, place, or thing. Could be a little girl, could be Disneyland, could be, in this sentence, crocodile. It could be a ball, it could be a pencil. If it's something you can hold, or a place you can go, or a person you can talk about, then it's a noun. A noun is any person, place, or thing. Then we have adjectives. Adjectives tell us about a noun. They explain it in more detail. They give it some characteristics. So I had my big chart last week and explained that adjectives could tell you about the size of something. It could tell you about how something smells, how it tastes, how it acts. It could tell you how many of that thing. An adjective just gives you more details about the noun and explains it a little bit better. So, in our sentence, this is the first sentence on your worksheet. In our sentence, you need to read the sentence. It already found the nouns for you, and then you're going to find the adjectives to match with those nouns that describe those nouns. So, our sentence says, American crocodiles live in dark salt water. Crocodiles is our first noun in this sentence. Crocodiles is a thing, so it's a noun. It's a thing that moves in the water. It's an animal. So it is a noun. Now, adjectives explain nouns. They give more detail. So we're going to ask ourselves what kind or how many. What kind of crocodiles are we talking about? What kind are they? There could be all different kinds in the world, but what kind of crocodile are we talking about in this sentence? We are talking about American crocodiles. So you're going to circle American, and then we want to show that that adjective explains crocodiles. So we're going to draw an arrow to point to crocodiles. That's the first part of the sentence. Then we're going to keep reading in this sentence. Live in dark salt water. They underlined another noun for us. Water is another thing. It's a thing we see moving like a stream or a lake or an ocean. It's a thing. So, what kind of water? Okay, we're going to ask ourselves what kind or how many. What kind of water? Well, first we have salt water. Okay, so salt is an adjective and it describes what? It describes the water. And then this is the little trickier part. Dark, what kind of salt water? We have dark salt water. So dark also explains what kind of water. So we're going to circle dark. It is another adjective. Both dark and salt explain water in more detail. They are both adjectives. So we're going to circle both of them, and they both are explaining the water. Dark is not explaining the salt. Dark is explaining the water. So we draw arrows to water. That's how you're going to move forward in the rest of the sentences. Read the sentences, find the nouns that are underlined, and ask yourself, what kind of noun is it? How many of that noun is it? That's how you're going to do section 1 on page 276. Let me know if you have any more questions. Bye.